Whatever, it's your boy, everyone, it's your boy Sasaki back with another video. You know it. Anyways, guys, today, or this video, I'm going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite Goosebumps books and episodes, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. By the way, if you haven't checked my creature tag, my mythical creature tag, go check that out because I do talk about werewolves in it. And by the way, because there was a question in that tag of what mythical creature would you be, and I chose a werewolf because I love werewolves. Anyways, so the story is basically a boy named Grady, whose parents are scientists, moved to Florida, Fever Swamp, Florida. Because his dad wants to study how the South American deer that he got from some unnamed South American country in the book react well and could survive in swamp climate. That's what they want to figure out if they can. Anyways, so the way how this will work, the way that it works, and Grady lives there, and he has his mom, his dad, and his sister Emily. And immediately he hates He hated the move because he's moved and he's always far away from his friends. It's hard to make new friends in the middle of nowhere, literally. And pretty much the coolest thing about this book is he gets a dog, makes a friend, all in the same week. Not even almost in the same day. Makes two friends, actually. So what happens was, his friend he makes a dog, and in the book, he calls his friend Wolf, because he looks like a wolf. Okay? And in the movie, or in the show, he called him Trigger, I believe. And not Wolf. But in this one, the dog is called Wolf. And this book, basically, what happens is, he makes a friend, Will Byers, I believe is his full name. Or not Will Byers, Will something. Got the last kid. I forgot what the kid's name is. Let me look it up real quick on here. I might be able to find it. No, I don't remember this. I don't remember his last name. So Will has been hearing these. No, Grady's been hearing these howls at night, and Will's like, "Yo, but you been hearing that howls?" It's like, "Yeah." Oh, you know that's a werewolf, right? Oh yeah, the hermit that lives in the swamp. Yeah, he's the werewolf. And then there's this one girl who doesn't. Well, the girl who's telling him this doesn't believes in werewolves, but she doesn't. But none of them are supposed to believe it. You know, like they think she's a crackpot. And then Will says, "Do you know why you got that house so cheap?" Or the girl, I think it's the girl in this book, but in the episode it's Will who says that. By the way, there was a character in the show that character, the girl character, I forgot her name, is cut out entirely. It's just, and they kept everything similar except for that character. She's out. Anyways. So, she says, "You know why you got that house so cheap?" He's like, "Well, no, why?" Because the old lady who lived in it caught something called the swamp fever, which makes you hallucinate and see things and go crazy, and has your brain melt. And she walked right into the swamp and never came out. Some people think that she walked right into the heart of the swamp, which is there's such a part where there's like it's like quicksand, but water and mud and pretty much dirt and everything, but it's like quicksand. Anyway, so back to this thing. So Will is gets attacked by the hermit. They end up escaping with the help of his dog. Then he gets captured by the hermit again later, and because the hermit thinks that he's a werewolf when he thinks he's a werewolf, and then when he looks at the full moon and looks at Grady while he's under a net, he realizes he caught the wrong guy. So he goes outside and does a wolf howl to bring the werewolf to him, and it does. And he tries to to fight the werewolf, and at that moment Grady frees himself thanks to his hunting knife. By the way, his sister thinks that his dog's a monster because it killed a rabbit and it attacked one of the deer and maybe or so whatever, but it didn't do that. And the thing is, he keeps trying to tell everyone it's a werewolf, but they're not gonna believe him until the scene where they end up going in to where his sister comes home late, and he locks his mom into the barn. I guess you could say it's a barn of some sort to protect her from the werewolf. His sister comes in the house looking for him. He's not there, but the werewolf is. Chases her into the barn, and then the mom hears the attack, and he tries to get into the barn, and they repel him from getting in the barn as the best that they can. Then they go from there to go to fight. From there, Will is in the forest, and in that time leading up to the book, they keep telling him there's going to be a lunar eclipse where the sun blacks out the moon during the night. So during this time, he goes back to go find the hermit or something like that, and then the wolf attacks. The wolf attacks. The hermit's trying to tell him what's going on and some shit. And at that moment, the wolf attacks the hermit he captures the hermit. Sorry, he thinks he captures the werewolf and the hermit with the same trap, but it ends up catching one of his dad's deers instead. And at that moment, the werewolf pounces, and the hermit yells for Grady to run. He runs and tries to get away. And at that moment, the werewolf tackles Grady. And in that exact moment, the lunar eclipse begins to start, and it's revealed that the werewolf is none other than his new friend Will. And he says to Grady, "You gotta go. You gotta get out of here, Gary. You gotta run. I don't want to hurt you, but I can't help myself, Grady." And at that moment, the lunar eclipse starts to go away, and he starts to go back to a wolf form. By the way, in that moment, he's like half human, half wolf. Like, he's still hairy. His nose is still like a dog's. He still has the sharp teeth, but part of his face is like wolf, and then part of it's human. Then he says, "You gotta go here." And the lunar starts, and he starts screaming because of the agony and probably of the transformation, and then goes back to attack him. Just then, and this is why to this day I love dogs. Okay, wolf comes out of nowhere and jumps, attacks. What's his name? Will pushes him into the heart of the swamp, and Will drowns. The story ends by, and I love this how they ended the story. Here, I'll read it to you. 1 second, guys. So after this, he says, that all happened in nearly a month ago. Since then, Wolf and I had a wonderful time exploring the swamp. I've gotten to know just about every inch of Fever Swamp. It's like my second home. Sometimes Wolf and I let Cassie, that's the girl's name, come along exploring with us. She's kind of fun, even though she's always on the lookout for werewolves. I really wish she'd just drop the subject. I'm standing in my bedroom window now, watching the full moon rising over the distant trees. The first full moon in the month, makes me think of Will. Will may be gone, but he changed my life, and I'll never forget him. I can feel the fur sprouting on my face, my snout is expanding, and my fangs are sliding out between my dark lips. Yes, when he bit me, Will pass the curse on to me. But I don't mind. I'm not upset. I mean, with Will out of the way, the swamp is now mine, all mine. I'm climbing out my window now. There's a wolf waiting for me, eager to do some night exploring. I drop easily to the ground on all fours. I raise my fur-covered face to the moon under a long, joyful howl. Let's go, wolf. Let's hurry to Fear Swamp. I'm ready to hunt. So basically, the way it ends is he got bit by Will, passing on a curse before Will died into the swamp because of the swamp, and Grady becomes the new werewolf of Fever Swamp. And now he goes with his dog every night on the full moon, or when there's a full moon every night, to, go hunting. Now, I'm not sure if it specifically says he go hunts other people, or if he hunts animals. I'm just going to say animals, but just to be safe. But it's up to me, whatever. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you. Sorry for my last video. I guess the audio is kind of grainy for some reason. I don't know why. And I'll see you in the next video later on today.